Hey guys, Linkage here, back with another Blender tutorial. Today, we're going to be creating this Apple mouse. It's a really good beginner tutorial, great for anyone who wants to use Blender for product design. So, let's get into it. Hit 7 on the numpad to go to our top view. Hit Shift-A, go down to Image and select Reference to add our top view reference. Then, hit R and press -90 to rotate the image -90 degrees. Next, go over to our Data Properties tab and select Opacity. Crank the opacity down so our image is a bit more subtle. Now, let's move our image down along the Z-axis by simply grabbing the arrow or pressing G, then Z. This way, our reference is out of the way when we model. Now, let's add our bottom view image. Same thing. Hit Shift-A, Image, then Reference. Rotate the image with R-90. Adjust the opacity again in the Data Properties menu. Move it up along the Z-axis. Then, in our collection, we can rename the images. Now we can start adding some mesh. Hit Shift-A and select Plane. With the plane selected, hit Tab to go into edit mode. Press Ctrl-R to add an edge loop, then right-click to drop the tool and snap the edge loop to the center. Select these outer two vertices and delete them by pressing X. Go to your Modifiers tab and add a mirror modifier. Mirror around the Y-axis and make sure to select Clipping. Marquee select around the entire mesh. Then, scale it along X by pressing S, then X. Line it up with the reference image as close as you can. Move the image back a bit in object mode so it's more aligned with the center point. Then, back in edit mode, we can tweak the scale a bit more. Select the outer vertices and line them up with the edge of the mouse. Add 3 edge loops by pressing Ctrl-R and scrolling up on the mouse wheel until we see 3 loop cuts. Go to your Modifiers tab and add a subdivision surface and set the levels to 3. Select these 2 edge loops and bring them closer to the middle by hitting S, then X. Add a horizontal edge loop with Ctrl-R and move it closer to the middle. Move these 2 vertices in to line the corners up with the reference. Push and pull some of these other vertices to get closer to our reference. You can double tap on G to slide vertices along an edge. As you can see, our mouse is flat, but we want to give it a bit of an arc. So, let's go into side view by hitting 1 on the numpad. Select the middle vertices, and make sure you press Alt-Z to enable X-ray mode. Then, just move these vertices up along Z. Now, tweak things a bit further to get a shape that you're happy with. Now, let's duplicate this outer edge. Press 2 to go to edge mode and select this edge while holding Alt to select the loop. Repeat that for these other 2. Hit Shift-D to duplicate the edge. Then, move the edge slightly down along Z. Select this vertex and hit E to extrude. This will be the base of our mouse. Extrude again along X. Extrude one last time and bring it close to the edge we duplicated. Now, select this other vertex, hit M, and choose At Last to merge them together. Add 3 vertices with Ctrl R. Then, move these vertices to line them up underneath the vertices on the arch. We'll be connecting them soon, so we want them to be positioned correctly. Select this bottom edge and extrude along Y. You need to turn clipping off in the mirror modifier to do so. Hover over this mesh and press L to select Linked, then hide it with H. Select these 2 vertices and hit F to connect them with an edge. Do that all the way around the mouse. Select this edge and hit F to fill this section with a face. Do this for every section on the side. Add an edge loop to the bottom of the mouse. Select these 2 vertices and hit F to connect them. Same thing for the other side. Now, fill all these sections with faces by pressing F. You can hit Alt-H to unhide the top mesh. Hit Tab to go into object mode. Right-click and select Shade Smooth. Go back into edit mode and continue to tweak the mesh until you get something you're happy with. You can follow along with me or skip forward to part 2, where we'll add material thickness and additional parts to our model.